Hello everybody, Marcia here. I am back with another scrapbook process video for My Creative Scrapbook. This is my fourth layout with the November main kit. This kit featured primarily Pebbles the Avenue, which is just a gorgeous collection. And so I wanted to, on this layout, play around with more of the floral die cuts from the Avenue collection. I am using a cut file from PearTree Cut Files. This cut file is included with your kit subscription, and I believe this cut file was actually part of the October kit. Because I thought it went so well with the floral embellishments and the avenues, I wanted to use it on this layout. If you're not familiar with PearTree Cut Files, please click the link in the video description and go take a look. These cut files are amazing. I cut this wreath from one of the green pattern papers, and I am just going to play around with some of those floral ephemera pieces and try to arrange them on the wreath directly over where the flowers were in the cut file. I have a photo left over from my third layout. I was going to include this photo on my third layout and then decided not to and pulled it off. But I didn't want to waste this photo. I love this photo. So I thought I would change that into a two-pager, and this is my second page then. About my daughter with her cat Tuna on his gotcha day. So if you haven't watched my previous video, my daughter Naomi, when she was 18, she had just finished her first year of college, and I had a litter of kittens here that I was fostering, and took them back to the Humane Society to be spayed and neutered, and she couldn't stand it, so she had to go back and adopt one. And we had him for 12 years. We just recently said goodbye to him. He had an aggressive form of cancer and something that couldn't be fixed. So we miss him, and that's one of the reasons why I was going through old pictures, because I wanted to do a layout for her scrapbook. I decided I needed to back just the small rosebuds in this floral wreath, just to give it a little more color. So I'm getting some scraps of the peachy colored paper that I used in the previous layout, and I am just cutting little squares and gluing it onto the back side of the wreath, and then trimming it with my cutter bee scissors if I need to. I love the fine line glue bottle that I'm using. It has a needle tip, and the cap also has a needle in it that will fit inside the base one, and it keeps it from getting clogged up, and I just love it. And my cutter bee scissors as well, the best thing for fussy cutting that I've used. I'm going to start to glue my wreath down, and I'm not too concerned about getting a lot of glue on the wreath. I know I'm going to be gluing down the die cut florals on top of it, so I just want a very light layer of glue on there, and then arrange my photo back on here and go back and try to put these floral die cuts back where I thought they should go. I'm going to pop some of these up with some foam tape to give it some dimension. I went ahead and cut some of the leaf clusters apart from the die cut ephemera pieces so that I could stretch them out across my layout. I can use the leaves to tuck in around the other floral die cuts to kind of fill in. Some of the smaller die cut ephemera floral pieces I can just scatter around the inside and outside portions of the wreath. There were a few butterfly die cut ephemera, and I had the idea if I layered these, I could adhere the bottom butterfly down and bend the wings up on the top butterfly to make it appear as if they are flying off the page. So to keep the two together, I used my sewing machine and some white thread and I just sewed them together straight down the middle using a straight stitch. I left the strings hanging, so the strings at the top I cut so that they would look like antenna, and then the strings hanging below the butterflies just make it look like they were moving. It's really hard to see that in the video, but maybe in the close-ups at the end you'll be able to see those strings hanging from the butterflies. So I'm also putting some foam tape underneath my photo to pop it up and give it dimension and make it the same height as my flowers. And then I'll be ready to think about a title. The kit included some foam thickers from the Simple Stories Cozy Days collection, but a lot of those colors are fall colors, and I wanted to stick more with the pinks on here. But there were titles I could use, so I decided to use the Blessed phrase sticker here. There were a few pink foam flowers on these sticker sheets that worked out as well, arranging in my floral clusters. There were also some hearts on the sticker sheet that I could use to add some dimension as well. One of the things I wanted to do was do some splatters of ink on my background. So I just selected out a few shades of pink. So this one is a really soft baby pink, and then I went back with a darker pink, and then a third one. So most of these are ID Swap Color Shine spray mist that I'm using, and at least one of them I think is an old Mr. Huey's that I had in my stash. Once my ink splatters are dry, I'll be able to add on my butterflies. So for the butterflies, I am going to glue down the base and leave the top layer so I can bend the wings up and have them be dimensional. I felt that my layout needed to be grounded a little better, so I added a little strip of pattern paper at the bottom of my layout. That made for a nice base for some computer journaling that I did. So this is pretty much my layout. It came together pretty fast and easy. I hope you enjoyed watching. Go check out the other layouts I created with this kit. It is a beautiful kit. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye now.